The desert remembers her steps, soft as whispers on golden dust, and every grain of sand still aches for the sound of her name. I walked where we once walked, but the wind now speaks alone. It carries her laughter to far horizons where my voice can no longer reach. Love was once the falcon in my heart, free, fierce, untamed. But when she left, it folded its wings and forgot the sky. Nights have grown longer than time itself, each star a wound that never heals. The moon still asks of her, as if it, too, cannot forget. I told the dunes our story. They listened in silence, and when I wept, the desert wept with me. Her eyes were my prayer, her smile my dawn. Now I live between sunset and shadow, where light dares not stay. Oh, beloved, you are gone, yet your absence walks beside me, a ghost made of perfume and memory. Even my silence calls your name, and my breath writes poems in the dust you left behind. I tried to forget you, but how can one forget the heartbeat that taught him to live? The sea may forget the shore, the falcon may forget the wind, but my soul, it remembers you in every breath of sand. So I wait not for your return, but for the peace that comes when longing learns to sleep. And if ever you walk beneath this same sky and feel a whisper that sounds like my name, know that it is me still loving you from across the silence of the world. The nights no longer speak, yet I hear her silence echoing through my veins. Every breath becomes a prayer, every tear a verse that she once began. I see her shadow in the curve of dawn, in the hush of the dunes, in the pause before the wind sighs. Time walks beside me, cruel, patient, endless, counting memories instead of days. I built my world from the dust she touched, from the scent her laughter left on the wind's lonely shoulder. My heart has become a house of echoes where her name is both door and key. The stars know her stories, the moon still holds her promise. and I hold her silence like a sacred oath. Sometimes I whisper to the sky, not to call her back, but to remind the heavens that love still breathes on earth, for love does not end. It changes form, turns from fire to light, from presence to prayer. And though she is gone, her soul lingers like dawn on the edge of forever. If she ever looks to the horizon again, she will find me there, not waiting, not weeping, but glowing quietly like a star that learned to love from afar. The wind still carries her name, but softer now, like a secret between stars. I no longer chase the echoes, I walk beside them like an old friend of sorrow. The desert has grown older with me, its silence shaped by the weight of my memories. Every dune I cross feels like another heartbeat, still whispering her story to the sky. She was not meant to stay. She was meant to be eternal, a memory carved in time. I have learned to love her absence, to find warmth in longing and peace in the ache. The moon still watches me, faithful as a witness, silent as prayer. Sometimes I smile at the thought of her laughter, how it once broke the stillness of my nights, and though the years have turned my heart to stone, inside it still glows with the fire she left behind. I do not wait. Now I simply breathe her. She lives in my silence, in my pulse, in my dawn. Perhaps love was never meant to be a meeting of hands, but the endless touch of souls across the distance of time. If she could see me now, she would know I did not forget. I became what she believed strong, still devoted, the falcon that never lands, because it has learned to live in flight. And when my last sunset comes, the desert will know it was never pain, it was love, learning to live without name or end. The dawn no longer hurts, it simply arrives, quiet, golden, forgiving. I have stopped asking. The wind where she has gone, it now speaks of peace, not loss. Her name has become prayer, not wounded, rises with every breath I take. I see her in everything, gentle, the flutter of wings, the hush before the rain, the shimmer on still water. Love has taught me patience, and patience has become light. The ache still lives, but it no longer cries. Time, once my enemy, now sits beside me silent, soft, kind. I talk to the stars, not to remember her, but to thank them for letting me love her once. Maybe love was never meant to be possessed, only felt deep enough to echo through eternity. Now, when the moon rises, I do not weep, I bow my head and whisper gratitude. She was a chapter written by fate, but her meaning, it lives in me still. Even if the desert forgets our steps, the wind will remember how softly we once spoke. And when my journey ends, I will not seek heaven, for I have already found it in the memory of her smile. Love was never lost, it was the art of holding what the soul cannot keep and still choosing to love again.